Good morning. Welcome to the Halacha Torah Daily Halacha. This is Tuesday, January 5th, and we're talking about waiting between finishing eating meat before we are allowed to eat dairy in keeping with the laws of kashrut, of kashrus. One should wait the full 6 hours that we've been talking about for an adult, even if they ate a small amount. So if it's less than a kazait, less than, let's say, an ounce or so of meat, they should still wait 6 hours. One is considered, quote-unquote, fleshik, and not allowed to eat milk until 6 hours have gone by. If one is taking meat-based vitamins, swallowing a meat-based vitamin, I'm not quite sure what that would be, but I'm sure the vitamin takers among us will let me know what that is. If a person ingests some kind of a vitamin or a pill that does have meat in it, we do not have to wait for 6 hours. That's neither meat nor eating. It's rather swallowing, not what's called derech achila, the normal way of eating, and it really isn't eating meat for the taste or enjoying the taste at all. So there's no need to wait. However, if these tablets or whatever they are were chewed, one should wait 6 hours, because then we do assume that there is some taste and residue in the mouth left over from them. After a woman is married, she follows her husband's custom in waiting the allotted time between meat and dairy. She does not need to make hataras nadarim, a release from vows, if she's been keeping 6 hours her whole life. Now all of a sudden it's 3 because she married a fellow who keeps the German custom. She doesn't need to. She changes her minhag. That's the assumption. Others are stringent and say she should, in fact, appear before a beit din and make an annulment of vows. One need not wait after eating a sharp food that was cut with a meat knife. So if you're eating onions or something that was cut with a meat knife, even though those onions do take on the quality of being fleshik, because we assume that some of the meat, the taste that was in the knife and or transferred through the pressure of the knife does impart a meat quality to the onions. Nevertheless, if you eat them, you do not need to wait 6 hours. Similarly, you don't have to wait after eating a sharp food cooked in a meat pot, even if the pot had been used within 24 hours. So if someone warms up parv soup on Sunday in a pot that was used for Shabbos, even though the pot may have a little bit of meat taste left in it, we do not assume that the power of that meat transferred into the now parv soup to make a person fleshik. No need to rinse the mouth before eating milk in that situation. A person who ate beef or chicken, God forbid, that was later found out to be not kosher, should still wait the 6 hour period. A person who ate meat from a non-kosher animal does not have to wait 6 hours before eating dairy, because the prohibition of milk and meat applies to kosher animals. The custom amongst the Jewish people is to wait 6 hours after eating fleshik soup, just as you would after eating actual meat. So chicken soup or beef stock that has the flavor of the chicken or the beef in it, even though there might not be any actual particles present, is considered eating actual meat. If an uncovered meat dish and an uncovered parv dish are baked together in the oven, the steam that's coming off of the meat dish will enter the parv dish, and that parv dish now is meaty. One would have to wait 6 hours after eating the parv food. If such a situation arises, one can consult one's rav. Can also avoid the situation by covering one or both of the foods. If one finds food in his mouth after 6 hours, you can remove it. Pardon me, and be careful not to swallow it. You don't have to wait additional time. Even if one swallowed the meat, you don't have to wait any longer, because, as we said before, it's assumed to be inconsequential after this long digestion time has taken place. Technically, one does not have to wait 6 hours after eating a potato that was cooked in a fleshik cholent. That's a potato, even though it was cooked together with meat. The custom, however, is to be stringent and wait 6 hours. It's a meaty food, even though it isn't itself meat. The fat that is on the meat is also considered meat, so one who ate fat would also have to wait 6 hours. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow, Amir Tzashem, about what's permitted and what's forbidden during that 6 hour waiting time. Please join us then for another fascinating conversation about separating milk and meat in our kitchens and in ourselves on the Halacha Torah Halacha Minute. Have a wonderful day.